Billy Joe Saunders hates on the Charlo brothers Showtime pay-per-view doubleheader, says it's not worth $1. We're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of that gang, smash the like button. Join below. Now, let's get into it. Billy Joe Saunders, on his verified Twitter account, he posted something. I thought it was interesting. So reporter Michael Benson says the U.S. Showtime pay-per-view price for Jermall Charlo versus Sergey Deryevchenko and Jermell Charlo versus Jason Rosario on September 26th will be $74.95. So basically $75. In response to that, Billy Joe Saunders decided to hate. He put the crying emoji and he misspelled dollar. He says not worth $1. Not worth $1. So he's claiming, I guess, trying to poke fun at the Charlo brothers, claiming that their pay-per-view is not worth $1. Let's not beat around the bush. Billy Joe Saunders, he sounds pretty lame, taking shots at the Charlo brothers, who are both involved in great fights. We know this doubleheader is followed with great undercard fights, but just the fights with the Charlo alone, that's money. You get both Charlos, action stars, action style, very entertaining to watch in terms of build-ups and press conferences, Zoom meetings, and stuff like that. And basically, these are two unifications. We all know Sergey Deryevchenko really should have beat Triple G last October. I believe they fought on DAZN. And the judges jobbed him. Rosario is the unified champion. He came and defeated Julian J-Rock Williams in J-Rock's backyard of Philly. So I disagree 1000% with Billy Joe Saunders. I think this is an awesome card, and it's the first of its kind that I could really think of in boxing, where you have a day and night card, and people with the branding of Charlo, you basically have two main events, followed by a good undercard. So bump what Billy Joe Saunders is talking about, saying it's not worth $1. And it just sounds lame that Billy Joe Saunders is saying stuff like this, because his last performance, he fought on a YouTube undercard in America. First fight in America, and he looked horrible against a guy like Marcelo Esteban Corceres, who nobody had heard of. Meanwhile, this man, Jermall Charlo, is about to fight Deryevchenko, who's rugged, gave Jacobs a tough fight after the knockdown, gave Triple G a tough fight after the knockdown, and also beat guys like Toriano Johnson. They say on DAZN, the same network Billy Joe Saunders is on, Jaime Munguia might fight Toriano Johnson. Well, guess what? Deryevchenko knocked him out, right? And then you have Jermell Charlo, and he's fighting, that goes without saying, he's fighting a guy who just, as I mentioned, knocked out a guy in J-Rock who was coming off a brilliant win where he went to the guy's backyard, Hurd's backyard, and defeated him one-sided, knocked him down, who had previously beaten Edislandi Lara, that's Jared Hurd, and Austin Trout, and Tony Harrison. So that was a great win for J-Rock, and then he takes it back home, and his first title defense, favorite, he loses to the underdog at home by violent stoppage, and that's who Jermell's fighting. So shout out to Jermell and Jermall Charlo. I see that their importance, and as they gain fame, it is really rubbing some people the wrong way, and they're resorting to nothing but hating. Like, I'm seeing people trying to carry this conversation on about Twitter, about, are you buying the pay-per-view? Listen, yes, I am buying the pay-per-view. This is a great fight. Jermell's trained by Derek James. You see him kind of tucked in the back. Great trainer of the year. Doesn't get the recognition. What a coincidence. And like I said, these are just all great fights. These two have great personalities for this in terms of selling the fight and speaking with conviction and things like that. And it's lit. But old media seems to be angry at the Charlo brothers. They're looking for ways to sabotage the Charlo brothers and to, convince people that $75 is too much. You have, again, Billy Joe Saunders, who's talking ish, and saying this is not worth $1, but he fought on a YouTube undercard and looked bad. He was losing up until the point of the stoppage, or at the very least was very competitive with an unknown name. So you got to put some respect on the Charlo brothers for what they're doing, how they're building their brand, how they're moving, and who they're fighting in their next fight. They're not kicking and screaming. They're not doing what Canelo's doing, suing Golden Boy. They got all their stuff together, all their ducks in a row, and they taking some of the tough, if not the toughest challenges, and guys coming off of momentum performances in their next fight. And Billy Joe Saunders, he looks lame because he's on the sideline complaining, and you know, he was supposed to get the Canelo fight. That didn't happen. Now Canelo's suing DAZN, so who knows if he'll ever get that fight if Canelo gets up off Shutter Island and gets off DAZN. So to me, it's a lame gesture from Billy Joe Saunders. He looks like a hater. He's talking all this stuff about the Charlos, but we don't even know when your next fight is. You know, your last performance, you fought on a YouTube undercard, and then you were supposed to get Canelo, and then they try to give you a pay cut, and then the pandemic and all that. So we haven't even seen Billy Joe Saunders. Last time I checked, he was talking about retiring if Daniel Kinahan can't work in boxing, who's on the run. That's what they said. They said he's on the run in overseas, you know, and this man, Billy Joe Saunders, always got something to say about the next person. Really weird. And I've been at several Charlo fights. I've never seen Billy Joe Saunders there. So instead of, I know we're in the pandemic now, it seems like if you had so much to say, why didn't you fight the guy that's in your division, Jamal Charlo? You know, why not fight him? Why not pull up to his fight and have that same energy that he has online? You know, Billy Joe Saunders, when he confronted Wilder or whatever at Nando's chicken shop, he threw chicken at Wilder's entourage and then he ran. I mean, where do they do that at? You know, so shout out to the Charlo brothers. Old media is trying their best to make sure that the Charlo brothers don't reach the pinnacle, because the worst thing for old media is if the Charlos win their next fight and have good numbers, solid numbers on their pay-per-view, then they're really winning, you know? And I'm definitely supporting. So keep it locked on my channel for more Charlo news, Charlo updates. I will be talking about the fight pretty frequently up until the actual fight. The fight is taking place in September, the end of this month, 26, I think the date is. And the both fighters look, yeah, it's live. Showtime pay-per-view. Order the pay-per-view. If you're ordering it, let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely be watching it and ordering it. It goes down September 26th. Meanwhile, Billy Joe's talking about all these people. We don't even know when he's coming back. When's his next fight? You're not getting Canelo. Who you fighting? You know? When you gonna fight Andrade? When you gonna fight Jacobs? Guys that are on your side. Guys that have called you out. Come on. Billy Joe's looking a little bit foolish. You know, all this UK energy is you see the UK is slowly but surely, they're getting relegated back to what they've always been and how they've always been perceived in global boxing. But don't take my word for it. Drop a thought in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter." Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.